What's up, everybody? It's Blowover Productions here, and today we're going to be kicking off the Speed Weeks of Nyakers here at Daytona off with the Amazon Racing League, folks. Season 4 of Nyakers is here, and we are getting ready to have yet another great season of Nyakers and of great racing. So without further ado, let's not take any more time, and let's go ahead and start us off by meeting our lineup for today. On the pole is going to be the 00 of Roger Guardiola for Team Penske. On his outside, Olivia Dean, number 22 for Gaming Motorsports. Row number 2 is going to be Sebastian Galloway Jr. in the 83 for Red Bull Racing Team, and on his outside, our last season champion, the Biffler in the 74 for Corvus Racing Team. Row number 3 is where you'll find William O'Donnell for Team Dumpling, and on his outside, Ryan Little in the 31 for Elliott Motorsports. Row number 4 is where you'll find TJ Harley in the number 64 for Game Motorsports, and Evan Fran in number 9 for Dodge Motorsports. Row number 5 is going to be Elliott Johnson in the 84 for Elliott Motorsports. On his outside, Gavin DiCaprio in the number 19 for Walnut Peach Racing, who's starting their Amazon Racing League stint. That is Nick DiCaprio's boyfriend. Row number 6 here is where you have the number 80 of Julius Orange for Elliott Motorsports. Number 81 on his outside, that's driver 81 for Team Venturini. Row number 7, the number 59 of Adrian Adkins for Game Motorsports as well. On her outside, the number 7 of Madi Obeid for Team Flash Lightning. And then in the final row, you have the number 3 of William Dobbins for Team Team Dumpling. On his outside, the number 13 of Micah Joyner for Team Turtle. Now, with that out of the way, folks, we introduce all of our drivers. We're going to have a great speed weeks here at the Daytona, but first we got to kick it off here with the Amazon Racing League. So with that being said, we got 10 laps here today, folks, 16 cars. Who will be the one to win the first ever Amazon Racing League race in Season 2? That being said, the pace car is going to pull in. We're in the Geico restart zone, and here we come, boys and girls. We are green at Daytona. Green flag out in the air. We're rushing into turn 1 already, side by side, coming into turn 1. Roger Guardiola on the bottom, Olivia Dean up top trying to side draft him. Let's see if she'll even have the speed to do so. She's getting a huge push from the Biffler, our champion last season. First season in the Amazon Racing League. Coming onto the backstretch, Roger Guardiola. Here comes Sebastian Galloway Jr. making a move. He's stepping to the bottom. He hasn't got any help yet, but it looks like William O'Donnell is trying to follow him. They're splitting off a little bit. Sebastian Galloway Jr. trying to close that gap between him and the 00 once again, and it looks like he's trying to make a run. He's getting a huge push from the 5 of William O'Donnell right now. TJ Harley, third car in that inside lane right now, is also trying to make a run. Elliott Johnson steps out with his driver, Julius Orange, as we come back across the line. And whoa, big trouble! Coming in into the trial with multiple cars on the wall. 2 upside down. 3 cars almost upside down. 1 is barrel rolling. That's TJ Harley. The caution comes out on lap number 2 as they wreck coming across the line. Coming into the tri-oval. Huge wreck. TJ Harley and Elliott Johnson both went upside down. Huge damage on the side of the 31. Ryan Little is in it. The Biffler is on fire. He's got big damage on his car. That was huge. I can't believe, what the heck was that? Let's go to the replay and see what happened. Coming into the tri-oval, somebody got knocked out of line before all that happened. I'm not sure who that was. It looks like TJ Harley came up, and it was Olivia Dean that went up high. He got her tapped, and then Elliott Johnson got turned up into Ryan Little, as well as Evan Fran and driver 81. Then they got Ryan Little up on his side. Then TJ Harley got shot back into the outside wall somehow, and then got stuck in there. And then Elliott Johnson and Ryan Little both were still sliding against the wall, slammed into TJ Harley. The momentum sent the 84 upside down and the 64, but luckily for Ryan Little, he got back on his wheels. TJ Harley goes over once and almost lands on his roof, but luckily he comes back to rest on his wheels. Not sure how everybody else got kicked back up into the wall there. Oh, the Biffler got turned by Elliott Johnson when he was getting loose there from the contact with TJ Harley. That was huge. On board with TJ Harley. Holy Christ. God, that was horrible. That was a really big wreck, folks, but we will see you guys on the restart here at Daytona International Speedway. Welcome back to the racing action, folks. Pace cars pulling in. Very tragic wreck. Put us under caution early on in this race, but we're restarting on lap 7 with 4 laps to go. Green flag back out in the air, and we are racing at Daytona once again. That was a very, very scary wreck that put us under caution there. We saw 2 cars go upside down. Three almost go upside down. Ryan Little almost went over, but luckily for him, he didn't. Not a lot of cars made it out of that wreck. We only got 10 cars on the lead lap right now, I think, and only 11 on track. Roger Guardiola is leading them off turn 2 onto the backstretch. He's getting a push from Sebastian Galloway. Sebastian going to the bottom. Now William O'Donnell is going to go with him. They're separating behind him. Julius Orange goes to the outside with the 00. Roger Guardiola won this race in Season 1, the first Daytona race. I wonder if he could do it again. Oh, 1 car off. It looks like it's William Dobbins. He's going to the pits. 3 to go. Sebastian Galloway Jr. in the lead now. Getting help from both lanes. He's trying to block Guardiola, but William O'Donnell is probably going to have that run coming into turn 1. He's getting big help from his friend Matty Obeyed. And now here they come into turn 2. Sebastian Galloway Jr. still leading them. Gavin DeCapua has caught back up to the draft of the field. Let's see if he can do something here. Sebastian Galloway Jr. down the backstretch, still trying to block the 5 and the 00. Here they come into turns 3 and 4. Sebastian's still blocking up high. William O'Donnell can't get that run quite yet, but it looks like he might get it here. Matty Obeyed is starting to move down a little bit. Not good for William. Another car off. It looks like Micah Joyner is going to be coming in the pits this time. 2 laps to go. Here they come off the tri-oval. Once again coming into turn 1. Sebastian Galloway Jr. still leading. He's trying to hold off both lanes. William O'Donnell in tow. He's going to move him up out the way, and now William O'Donnell has the inside lane, trying to clear the 83. Does Sebastian have the run to make it down the backstretch without any trouble? They're catching up to a couple lap cars. William Dobbins and Adrian Adkins. A little bit of contact between Sebastian Galloway Jr. and William O'Donnell. Almost 3 wide coming into the corner. They're already caught up to Adrian. Here they come. Let's see how they handle this. And she's going to check them up big time. And William O'Donnell almost gets turned off the bumper of the 19. Gavin DeCapua, William O'Donnell, and Julius Orange all get slowed up. Their races are over. The white flag's out in the air. 3 cars remain battling for the lead. Who will take the win here at Daytona? Adrian Adkins has cut this race in half. Went from 7 cars down to 3. 6 cars down to 3. It's just Roger Guardiola, Matty Obeyed, and Sebastian Galloway Jr. Here they come onto the backstretch. Matty getting a push from the 00, but now Roger Guardiola is going to move him on top. And now Sebastian Galloway is going to make things 3 wide for the lead as they come into turns 3 and 4. 3 wide in turn 3. Matty Obeyed up top. Roger Guardiola middle. Sebastian Galloway Jr. on the bottom. They move Matty to the back. They're coming side by side to the line. Coming into the tri-oval. It's going to be a photo finish at Daytona International Speedway. I believe Sebastian might have got it. Or did Roger Guardiola win this race 2 times in a row? What a finish that was. Let's go to the replay and see who won this race. Coming to the line. Very close, but it does look like it was Sebastian Galloway Jr. Very, very close battle there. Congratulations to Red Bull Racing Team. There it is again. You can see the margin for winning this race. That was a very sick battle we just had there between those 6 cars until Adrian kind of slowed everybody down. I'm sure the drivers that were slowed up by the 59 there at the end aren't going to be too happy with her. That was Gavin DeCapua, Gavin, William O'Donnell, and Julius Orange all got held up behind the 59. They're probably not going to have anything nice to say to her after this race. But with that being said, the 83 Sebastian Galloway for Red Bull Racing wins this race. Can y'all believe it? First win in the Amazon Racing League. Congratulations to him. Gets it done here today at Daytona. And he is burning it down to the ground, folks. First race of the Speed Weeks complete. And it's the 83 taking the win. Very, very interesting race we saw here this Speed Weeks. We saw a big crash early on in the race, put us under caution. Then we saw a photo finish with a battle to the line. Very interesting first part of the Speed Weeks here, folks. and I hope we get to see some more good racing throughout the entire season, but also mainly for the rest of the speed weeks. But anyways, folks, with that being said, this has been Blowover Productions. This was the Amazon Racing League race, and holy crap, your pit box is back there, bud. This is the Amazon Racing League race at Daytona International Speedway, and we'll see you at our next race at Talladega Superspeedway for the Amazon Racing League. So with that being said, folks, peace.